During last night's Extreme Rules pay-per-view, the Demon King Finn Balor returned to the main roster by losing his main event match against Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. This was a firm defining down for the Demon King, who was previously undefeated on the main roster, and a clear indication that this is going to be a very different Finn Balor going forwards. Now, as I've said, the Demon King was undefeated on the main roster since debuting at SummerSlam 2016 against Seth Rollins and winning the Universal Championship for the first time. The Demon King was also a massive pain in the arse, and even Balor himself was fully aware of it. When Balor returned to NXT, I reported that Balor didn't want to bring the Demon King with him. He confirmed this in an interview shortly afterwards. Similarly, upon returning to the main roster, I reported that the paint would return, and he confirmed this too. Many of you were here watching while I was doing that. That said, this was a very different painted man compared to what we've seen previously from Finn Balor. He lacked the overall intensity until the whole necromancy thing late on, where he just sort of jerked awake, as it were, and became the Demon King we all expect to see based on what we've seen on the main roster before. They also removed the king part from his entrance, just making him the Demon and labeling him very simply as the Demon Finn Balor. Essentially, they ripped away his crown and took away his ability to win. The most notable difference was that he lost, and not just that he lost badly. There was only one brief moment when he looked like winning, and that's when the rope broke and took him out. What this means is that the past is gone. There is no more Demon King, or at least Demon King as we knew it. We may have a demon, but not a king. It's a new iteration, much like the final Undertaker that we had was nothing like the original, and certainly nothing like the American Badass. It's a new iteration, and an iteration that loses. Much like Kevin Owens, Edge, Daniel Bryan and Cesaro before him, Finn Balor is just another name added to a long list that have been foiled by Roman Reigns. Balor is firmly defined down out of the main event pretty much entirely. Not only could he not beat Roman, but even painted and possessed, he didn't stand a chance. If he stays on SmackDown, he's going to be well below Roman and others, such as Drew McIntyre, who are likely to be moving to the Blue brand. While I'm not going to complain about the possibility of a Balor vs Nakamura feud, for example, it's certainly a lot lower down the card than it could have been. That match could potentially have been for a Universal Championship. Now it looks like it'll be for an IC Championship, if that. Now, we will see this incarnation of the demon again. The heartbeat and the whole necromancy thing was the only moment at which Balor looked like the Demon King we grew used to. The red light came in and Balor's music started to play for reasons completely unknown to me. Balor's supernatural force literally went back to the production truck, gained control and turned up the volume. Plus smoke. Lots of smoke. So much smoke in fact that nobody could see a damn thing, and suddenly there were no ropes anymore. The WWE won't let marketing like the Demon King go to waste, but in the process of doing that, they might let Finn Balor himself go to waste all over again. This is what I feared for the Demon King. To come back as a novelty and make Balor himself secondary to the storytelling. This is nothing like what we had from Finn Balor in NXT, and this won't be easy to recover from. They better get on with it and have Balor do something worth doing at this point, because after bouncing off of Roman, the only way to really go is down. Connor says someone started vaping in the arena, that was the issue. When you say someone, if everybody started vaping at the same time, maybe we'd get that reaction, but then Big E's going to come down and start picking fights. Because Big E don't like vaping. Buzzy says, I really hope that Finn doesn't fall too far down from the card after this. He was basically pushed to the wayside after he lost and the focus shifted to Roman vs Brock Lesnar at Crown Jewel. Makes me worried that creative won't do anything to salvage him and get him back on his feet after that over-the-top finish. Very similar to what happened to Cena, very similar to what happened to Daniel Bryan, Kevin Owens. When Roman wins, he just moves on. He doesn't think about anything else, he just moves on.